Welcome to another CATIA video. We are going to create the wood turning profile that we have over here. So this was created within SolidWorks and now I'm going to jump within CATIA. So to get started, I will go to part design. We're going to see how we can add a reference for part design. So the simple solution is to use a material and add that as a label. But we can also use within the shape, we're going to have the possibility to use a sketch tracer. So maybe this is, let's say, the best option in this case. We're going to see that sketch tracer, even though I create a new part, will create a product. And over here within this product, I will add that reference. So I will go to the front view. We see the compass moved over here. I will add an immersive sketch. I know that I have that on my desktop, so it's called turning, wood turning. Okay, so I'm going to type in that, wood turning. This is the image. As we can see, the view mode is currently set to shaded with edges. So I'm going to go over here on the bottom and I'm going to make this to be with material. Now, in order to move the image, we have the possibility to drag the origin over here. Again, I will slightly position this to be in the middle. Afterwards, for the size, I can increase it over here, so all the way to the back. And to input the dimension, I'm going to edit over here, 500 millimeters. If you want, you can also crop the image by going with the outer profile over here. This will crop that image, so it will be all the way cut over here to the fillet. When I'm going to click on OK, we're going to have that trimmed. And now within the painting gallery, we're going to have the painting one over here. So within the product, I will select it, insert new part. And I will double click on part over here, and this will transfer me to part design over here. And within part design, we can go within the Y and Z plane and start tracing that reference. So I will add an axis over here. As we can see, the line is not horizontal, so I can double click on that and I have the possibility to enable that. So we don't have it over here, the possibility to make it horizontal, but I can use the constraint and I can make this horizontal. So I will select that, also the reference over here, the edge, and I will make those horizontal. To start the profile, I'm going to zoom in over here and I will use the profile tool. Initially, it will be a vertical line, an horizontal line, and now we're going to define that V-cut using the same profile. Over here, where we're going to have the fillet for wood turning, we can go with the profile tool, and afterwards we can jump to the spline. For the spline tool, I will position those points over here. We can add the tangency over here, so I will select the spline, the line, and over here we're going to add this to be tangent. We're going to see that after the tangency, this spline will have to be repositioned. If you also check my previous video in SolidWorks, we saw how the tangency worked a little bit easier over there. This is why I do this kind of videos, so the same, let's say, workpiece, but created in various software, in SolidWorks, in CATIA, and also in Fusion, to see the difference between the CAD solutions. I'm gonna do the cove over here. So again, I'm gonna make use of the spline tool. I'm gonna add those points. At the end, I will also add a line, and only afterwards I will start adding those tangency. So between this spline and this line, we want to add tangency. We see now, since this has been, let's say, linked to both edges, both over here and over here, the spline didn't jump as much as within my previous one. So I'm going to do the same over here because we need to have this tangent. We have that tangency over there, but as we can see, it will not be properly aligned. So I will have to reposition that tangency over here. So we see for the control point 6, I'm gonna make this tangent over here. So I have the possibility to click on that, and that will deal with the tangency over there. So keep that in mind, that you can also have it adjusted like that. I'm gonna delete this coincidence, but as we can see, the tangency still remained over there. Using the profile tool, I will continue to define this. And over here, using another spline, I will add various points to define the shape over here. We are now going for the swell over here to define the profile. As we can see, the line will jump like this, but that shouldn't be any problem because I will put a point over here. And as we put additional points, that will level over there. We can also have the possibility to go back and readjust those. So again, we're going to add some tangencies over here. And we are going to define the following hollow profile over here. So again, using multiple points that we position. Over here, I press the escape key. And I will continue with the line, or I can continue with the profile all the way over here. And now we're going to define the bead. So we had that flat area. I'm also going to make this horizontal, so that should be perfectly flat. And over here I will position a circle. I have the possibility to increase. This will translate the circle, as we can see, but if you want to change the radius, you can double click over here. I'm going to make this 32, for example. And now again, I have the possibility to move it around. But for this case study, I'm going to increase it to 33. And if over here it's quite larger, I can just move it aside. And I want that point and the circle to be coincident. So that means that our profile will not have a gap over there. At the end, using the trim tool, I'm going to cut the bottom part and also that section. And now we just have to close this onto the axis. Within SolidWorks, when we have a closed profile, we see that we're going to receive a gradient. Over here, if you are not sure if your profile is closed or not, you can go up to Tools, Sketch Analysis. And we're going to see that in this case, we have this profile open. So I'm going to click over here, and as we can see, it is open over there. So let's see where our profile is opened over here. We're going to make use of the trim tool in order to have that trimmed. Now go back to Tools, Sketch Analysis, and if the status over here is closed, that means that you can use this without any problem within part design, because the profile will not have any gaps. So we just need to add the shaft for this. As we can see, the axis will be automatically be defined over there. So we have that added. Now we can just add the material for this. So I will go to to wood. So over here after stone, and I will choose this to be, for example, oak. So I can drag that, have it positioned. You can also change the mapping. If you don't know how you can do that, you can check my other videos regarding that. And the main advantage of using a painting gallery is that we can just hide it if we don't no longer need it. But we can also have it translated. So I can double click on that and I have the possibility to move the image. So I can pen like this behind the reference, in front of the reference. And yeah, with this we can go and define the machining. So over here, machining simulation, over here, machining. You can define the late machining for this. I also have a video regarding late machining basics that I will position over here on the left side on the bottom. I will also add this video to the CATIA V5 tips and tricks playlist, and I will also add a subscribe button on the right side. So thanks for watching, see you in the next video.